Welcome, Armchair Generals, Weekend Warriors, and Saturday Soldiers alike. This is Ostentatiousness, and welcome to Men of War. Hope you guys enjoyed that introduction video. It was a pain in the ass to write, but it was a lot of fun to read out and do, and I feel like I covered a lot of the stuff of the game quite well. Only thing that I actually forgot to mention was there are 3 campaigns. German, Russian, and American. Allied. Russian is the longest of the 3 campaigns, and you actually have to finish the first Russian mission to play through the next missions. See. So I'll start with this one. Clicked out of the window. See, if I was using Bandicam, I'd have had to scrap the recording. And then I was going to do the German campaign, because I do like that. Then the Allied campaign, and then finish the Soviet campaign, and then the bonus missions. This game gives you very little in the way of an actual tutorial. So a lot of what you have to learn is fly-by-wire. Now, like I said, even on easy, this game kicks you hard in the nuts, especially on the second mission. Which is why I'm apprehensive. I've actually done this mission so much in the last 4 days, I actually ran through it in my scrapped recording in about 20 minutes. But I lost because I got the tank blown up because I wasn't paying attention, because infantry with grenades are pricks. Fucking Germans. So just tell me if my sound levels aren't too well, and sorry if you guys can't understand me too well right now. I'm quite sick, but I wanted to get this done because I haven't recorded in nearly 4 weeks. So if you hear me start drinking, guys, don't worry.
It's been 4.5 months since the war began. 4 months of exhausting battles and heavy casualties. Having complete air and technical superiority, the German army has been gradually advancing deeper and deeper into Soviet territory.
Okay, sorry about that, I just had to edit out a failure.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, so Victor has the submachine gun and Alexei has a pistol.
Germans down on us. You're alive. That's good enough. You better tell me what we should do next.
Germans! Quick! Hide!
This is a beautiful game in just how sophisticated and realistic the terrains are like, but fuck, this is an ugly game. I'm actually compressing this down to 720p because the 1080p actually is painful for me to watch the playback for. One thing I'll just point out to you guys. See, that is the arc of view for the driver, and that is the arc of view for the gunner. As long as I stay out of both of that, I will be good. I wouldn't recommend going around this side because they tend to get killed. You know what? I am going to blow up your turret and ironically still be able to get your machine gun. So they're just going to burn. I'm going to steal their things.
Won't drive around anymore, scum. Let's get out of here before the Germans show up.
Let's not. I have some looting I want to do. So yes, you can press X and view into enemy vehicles and then take their things. I can only imagine how I'm going to sound on the playback. But yeah, sorry about how bad I sound, guys, but I really wanted to get this recorded for you. I love you guys that much. Now I don't. Oh yeah, point. That shows you how many bullets you have, and that shows you how many items you have. Guns don't stack in people, but they do stack in vehicles. So you could have that number there on machine guns. Well, actually, what I probably should have said is that shows you how many bullets you have left, and that number up here would show you how many of that gun you have in total. One of the things that kept tripping me up. So we're just gonna loot our dead. As much as this will set me back a couple of, maybe a minute or two, You cannot have too many supplies in this game. There's no such thing. You know, normally I'd go to all the effort of getting Alexei and Victor real helmets, but I just don't care. I'm done. I recorded this mission like 4 times in the last 3 days. First time the recording gremlins got it. Oh yeah, so large assault of Germans over here. They're not actually going to be a problem. I think one of them died. I heard one of them die. Yeah, he died. V shows me corpses. Ironically, those are Russians and they show up as enemies.
Guys, this is bad. German dive bombers have destroyed our column and our commander is dead. We must advance several hundred meters to the village of Udino, where Captain Semenov's battalion should be holding the line there. He will give us further instructions. When we join our troops, we can search the column remains for survivors. Let's do it. There's no time to lose.
You've managed to get here, I see. From the looks of you, I'd say you took a good beating. Our situation is no better. We are lucky to be alive. Ammunition is running low, and the Germans are advancing in large numbers. I have a direct order to hold these positions, which means your platoon will have to get into the action. All I can do is transfer a few of my men to your unit. My men are entrenched over there. Take some of them with you. You would have a hard time on your own.
Now then, don't mind what I'm doing, I'm just preparing for the future.
Soldiers! You are temporarily transferred under the command of 2nd Lieutenant Kuznetsov. He and his men are coming to our aid, and your task is to provide them with the necessary support. Ah, damn it! The Germans put their MGs right at the road. We gotta do something
I love that
about
word.
it.
Annihilate.
Loads hard.
That was an awkward position one of those guys died in. So these guys are the ones that I really care about having all of the supplies. And I'll show you how I do this. I'm sure there are a lot of ways to do this, but this is the way I do it. Don't fire, don't move. Don't fire, don't move. Oh, look at them. They're running in a line. Okay. So press page down twice to get them to lie down. And then have Victor's men sneak over here. And have Alexei's men sneak over here. Now what I'm going to do is have Victor's men draw their fire. See, they can't actually see where Alexei's men are. And Alexei's men will take position here and shoot them in the side. Will this work? Probably not. Will it be awesome? Yeah. Yep, how did I know that would happen? My impatience just got me dead. Now, Alexei's men are usually the ones I put into the tank.
Well for a rookie lieutenant.
I like Alexei more than I like Victor. Don't know why.
Let's see what we can do with this vehicle. It just seems to have a broken track.
Now, don't be confused. That's Victor Semenov, that dude. And that is Victor Smirnov. Also, those guys healed without actually having for me to use healing supplies. How nice of them. So, yes, that number in brackets means 13 extra people other than the crew can be on that vehicle. I wouldn't recommend putting people on tanks and not getting them off when you start shooting, because the tank gun will cause damage to them. If you've got a guy out the side of the tank who's repairing it, and the tank fires, he will take damage. There is no spoon, also, remember that one. So yeah, Victor's guys, even though they don't actually do a whole hell of a lot, I do like to give them adequate supplies just in case. You never know when they might actually be useful. No, I don't want a Mauser. Oh yeah, so what that take all function's doing is it's distributing the equipment, ammo, grenades, and medical supplies, and occasionally guns, to the people in the unit who need it. Also, why aren't you in that tank yet? So you'll notice that when I made them run here, that actually drew the attention of the German units, which caused them to get shot. So what they were trying to tell me to do, which I completely ignored because I know how to play this game, is you put someone in the tank, you open up the tank's inventory, give me a moment, and you take out that repair kit and you have them repair and you have them put it back, blah blah blah. That's the pointless way of doing it. And also I appear to have lost my mouse. You press repair with the correct button, and someone will get out and he will repair it. That is not actually Alexi. Jesus, I sound awful. Also, one of their corpses disappeared. Makes me sad. I wanted his delicious, delicious supplies. So he's going to repair. Now, pretty much immediately, as soon as that is repaired, the first thing you should do is turn your tank. There's an anti-tank gun there that ironically can't fire because of the fog of war. And it might only be, I think, a 40mm, 45mm gun. But this isn't World of Tanks, and your tracks cannot eat damage like they can there. So you get shot in the tracks and you're pretty much fucked.
See, you fixed it alright. We'll have a better chance now, eh? Time to drive the Germans out of the village and chase them till they reach Berlin.
Okay, Captain. Armor like that will take us all the way to Berlin.
So what I do is I put these guys here as well. Just a little bit of
1 hour ago, the Germans broke through the defences of the neighbouring regiment and occupied the village, cutting us off from the only ford. Now endless enemy columns are moving to Rostov along the road to the north of the village, and we can do nothing to stop them. Our objective is to counterattack from the east and capture the village from the Germans. We must then reach the ford and take our positions on Hill 65, from where we'll have a clear view of the road. If we are lucky to capture a couple of field guns, then we'll be able to stop enemy transports moving along this line.
Yep, so what I do is I have them move here. Take control of you. So see what I said, 45mm. So while we're attacking, I'll give you a little bit of information about the tank while I'm waiting for that round to change. This is a KV-1 heavy tank, probably one of the best early Russian tanks. Now this thing has 100mm of front armor, and its thinnest armor is 35mm, probably on top, on the bottom, or on the back. Now in this mission, the Germans don't actually have a hell of a lot that can do damage to this thing, although they do end up getting a Panzer IV, I think F, that... Where's the truck? Oh, the truck's meant to come through here. No, that has a 37mm anti-tank gun. I play this game so much, I know exactly what each of these have. It's actually quite disturbing. Thought that would work. Now this guy can drop off infantry and then it can provide fire support. Now like I said, that 37mm anti-tank gun isn't going to do a lot to my tank, but it will butcher my infantry. Now I probably hit the magazine or the fuel supply of that one, which is what made that impressive explosion. Now back to what I said in the first video about anything can be destroyed. There we go. So yeah, those sandbags got blown up. Those sandbags are ironically still intact, and one of those guys is hovering in midair. But I can still kill them. So where are you? Here. No. You're here. That was fun. So, infantry, whilst their guns might not be able to even scratch the paint on a tank, infantry are still the best tank killers in the game, simply because of the fact that they carry those grenades. And like I demonstrated, if you get into a tank's blind spot, when it fires, when you've got anti-tank weaponry, like a grenade, you will get your ass handed to you. Jesus. If you're in a tank, the sickness is making me delirious, and someone comes up to you with an anti-tank grenade, there's not a whole hell of a lot you can do, which is why I do prefer to have infantry guarding my tanks. Like these guys. So what I'll probably do... yeah, I need to move them somewhere where they can actually engage hostiles. So yeah, and to be fair, this actually does play on the biggest faults of tanks during the war. Tanks couldn't really defend themselves well against targets that their guns couldn't hit effectively. And high explosive shells, which were really holdovers from artillery, from the times when tanks were fitted with artillery guns and not specialized tank guns. Those high explosive shells are exceptional at dealing with infantry. Is he not dead? Jesus, that is a lucky German. Lucky I meant dead. I don't have time for that shit. So yeah, the main drawback of heavy tanks like the KV-1 is they have terrible traverse speeds on their turrets, and their guns have they themselves, the tank, have awful movement speed. This thing only has a top speed of 24 an hour. We'll call them kilometers because I am Australian. So what I normally do here is, providing there's no Germans, it's ironic that the best tactic you can use in this first mission is Blitzkrieg. Literally, the faster you move in this mission, when you've got the tank, the better off you are. Because the Germans have a tendency to be annoying and put themselves in positions that are unfortunate for you to have to deal with. Okay. Only 20 minutes. Now, I'm not going to hit this. This is a Puma. Yes, this is a Puma. German armored recon vehicle. It was actually one of the best of the war. I think this was actually laid the groundwork for vehicles like... can't remember what they're called, but they're pretty much wheeled armored recon vehicles. And no one thought a vehicle this well armored would be this good at a recon capacity. But because it was wheeled instead of tracked, it was exceptional at everything it did. That 20mm gun is also horrible for infantry. It will break your infantry's souls. Now, one of my tricks I love to do is, you see that circle? That is everything. That's the disbursement of your rounds. So even if you cannot reach a target, your round still has a chance of hitting somewhere near them. And it is a... oh shit, they're rushing me. It's a tactic I make frequent use of. Now, I don't actually have to destroy this gun. I just have to kill a set number of infantry, I don't exactly know how many, and then they retreat from the village. This way. Which is ironic, because those are apparently Russian. That's towards the Russians, apparently. Now, your gun becomes more accurate the longer you fire at a set area. So I'm actually lessening my chances of hitting that gun the more I fire in its direction. Unfortunately, my tank feels the need to waste ammo. This is most unfortunate. Oh yeah, so this gun, no, doesn't actually have too good of a range on it. Now, I could be playing this with Fog of War on, but Fog of War makes this really difficult game even more difficult than it needs to be. So now that I'm closer, by about 16 meters, and done. And now it really is just mopping up the last German defenders. Now, if I fired, I'd probably kill most of my men. See if I can get this guy with the bank shot that hits this, blitz. Ha ha! Oh, I take too much pride in that. My ability to quickly win at this mission is disturbing. Oh, I didn't know he was alive. Yep, don't know how I thought that would work. And done. Don't even have to finish these guys off, so don't bother. They just pretty much they're ammo dumps, pretty much. Not ammo dumps, they're ammo sinks, pretty much. You just waste them. Jesus fucking Christ. They just waste your ammo. Also, that is a rear-mounted machine gun. Quite nice.
It seems we kicked their asses out of here. Now it's time to take the hill near the road and assault their convoy. Let's do it, people. You can only die once.
Now, I've never actually won this mission by taking the hill. I view the hill as a waste of time and effort. Instead, what I do... Oops. So, fuck, I'm so used to using my left-handed mouse setup that I use the in-game right-click. Notice that they all look the fucking same. That is actually one thing I do dislike. Now then, let's see if I can hit this heavy tank from here. No whammies, big money, no whammies, big money. Well, I hit him. That thing only has a 20mm gun. It's not even worth me caring about. Those guys are worth me caring about, though. So those guys will deal with the infantry before they can pose a real threat to my tank. You can't lose the tank in this mission. I've never lost it, but apparently it's a thing. Oh yeah, water also fills in holes near the coastline. Fun fact. Brilliant ragdoll. Oh, and Yep, the rest of the Germans are running, which means the first wave of support is arriving. First wave support to at least one panzer and a whole lot of infantry.
Take your positions. We're going to hit the convoy.
Do not take your positions. Taking your positions is a really dumb idea. Oh, I could, if I was lucky, I could probably bank a shot that would hit that. Oh my god, that was good. that recon vehicle just ran over the motorcycle. Oh man, that was good. Damn it, tank, where are you? I mean, unless I actually have to attack a convoy, which would be bullshit. I see you up there, but I'm gonna reverse. Because I do not like to, how many people are coming to hug my face. Ah, and here come the tanks. Fucking hell! The tanks will arrive one day. Oh yeah, don't drive your tank off of that area because you do lose it. So where are you all hiding? Here? Fun times. Forgot I wasn't using high explosive there. Oh, here's the tank. Yeah, Panzer III Aus F. Only has a 50mm gun though. Damn it, he's using his own corpses as cover. It's brilliant. Oh, one shot, one kill. Oh yeah, your guys can swim that. Don't recommend it though. Just trying to aggro them.
Das Ziel ist in Reichweite!
I'm really debating about whether or not I should do this. See, no threat identification. They literally just started running past that guy.
Feuer!
Panzer 3 Ors F and a Panzer 4 Ors E. Oh yes, damage this track. Boom!
Verdammt sollt ihr sein!
Fancy another warm Russian welcome, eh? Get back to Germany, scum!
My anti-tank gun didn't even get to destroy anything.
Our order was simple. Take position in Udino and prepare the defense line for motorized infantry regiment. However, fate decided otherwise. And because of an airstrike, our company was unable to reach the spot in time. When the survivors finally reached the village, the Germans had already overrun it. What we were supposed to do? We attacked. Luckily, Lieutenant Petrov's crew were able to fix their KV and engage the Germans until they ran out of ammo. Eventually, our mission turned into a success. We drove the Germans out of Udino and assaulted their convoy. But it all came at a high price. Our troops were decimated and directed to Rostov for reinforcement. We left the village in silence. Nobody felt like talking. They were all lost in their own thought. Some were recalling their fallen comrades. Others were thinking about the battles to come.
I need to point this out. We killed 143 men in 15 vehicles. And we lost 4 men. And that tank did not run out of ammo. And who the fuck is Lieutenant Petrov? That was an unmitigated success. Anyway, guys, this has been part 1 of Men of War. Hope you guys enjoy it. Tell me if the sound levels are a bit fucked. And remember, everyone, stay crunchy and milk.